Hello, good morning, students. This is our session 4 for chapter number 2 polynomials. In the last session 3, we have discussed remainder theorem. How can we obtain the remainder by using remainder theorem and long division method for polynomials. With the help of long division method, you can obtain quotient as well as remainder when we divide one polynomial by another, right? Okay, today we will see exercise 2.3 based on that. Let's check that. Exercise 2.3, first question, find the remainder when x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by. There are 4 linear polynomials given. Here I have taken 3 questions from the given 5. Rest of them you have to practice for that, right? Okay. Yes. Number 1. We have to obtain the remainder when the given polynomial is divided by x plus 1. So let take first x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1. Now you have to put minus 1 in place of x in this given polynomial, right? So we will have p minus 1, that is minus 1 cube, minus 3 plus 3 into minus 1 square plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1. So it is minus 1 plus 3 minus 3 plus 1, and you can check minus 1 plus 1 will be cancelled out and plus 3 and minus 3 will be cancelled out, right? So the remainder is 0 here. 0 is the remainder. One thing you have to note it here, if the remainder is 0, then x plus 1 is called a factor of the given polynomial, right? Okay. Fourth example from here. Now you have to divide the given polynomial by x plus pi. So x plus pi is equal to 0. So find the value of x here, which is minus pi. Now put minus pi in place of x in the given polynomial. So what we will have here, minus pi cube plus 3 into minus pi square plus 3 into minus pi plus 1. This minus sign remains as it is, pi cube, plus this minus sign vanishes because even power is there. So 3 into pi square minus 3 pi plus 1, right? Now it cannot be further solved, so this is the remainder, right? It is not solved further, so the whatever is obtained, it is called the remainder. Fifth one, 5 plus 2x. So take 5 plus 2x is equal to 0 and obtain the value of x from here. Take 5 on that side, so it will become minus 5, and take 2 in the denominator. So x is equal to minus 5 by 2, right? Now you have to put x is equal to minus 5 by 2 in the given polynomial. So what we will have here, p minus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 5 by 2 cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 square plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1. Cube of this minus sign remains as it is, 125 cube of 5, which is 125, and cube of 2, that is 8, plus this minus sign doesn't come because of even power. Square of 5 is 25. 25 3s are 75. Square of 2 is 4. Plus minus minus, 5 3s are 15, divide by 2 plus 1. Now you have to take LCM of this denominator. So what is the LCM here? That is 8. You can check. This 8 is divisible by 4 also, and this 8 is divisible by 2 also. So we can say 8 is the LCM. Whenever we will take 8 as a LCM, first term remains as it is, 4 2s are 8. That is, you have to multiply numerator and denominator both by 2. So 75 2s are 150. Similarly, 2 4s are 8. So 15 4s are 60. That is minus 60 plus 1 8s are 8. That is 80. Right? Okay. Minus 125 and minus 60. That becomes minus 185. Plus 150 and plus 8. That becomes plus 158. Denominator is 8. When we will solve this, so we will have minus 27 by 8, which is the remainder. Right? Okay. Question number 2. Find the remainder when this polynomial, that is x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a, is divided by x minus a. Let the polynomial is px here, that we are giving the name px to this polynomial. You can also give the name qx, rx, sx, whatever. Right? Okay. Px is equal to the given polynomial. And you have to divide this by x minus a. So take x minus a is equal to 0 and obtain the value of x from here, which is positive a. Minus a is taken on that side, so it will become plus a. Now put x is equal to a in this polynomial. So what we will have, we can check pa, that is equal to a cube minus a into a square plus 6 into a minus a. Now a cube remains as it is. A square into a, that becomes a cube, that is in minus, plus 6a minus a, that is plus 5a. Here plus a cube and minus a cube cancel out. So what is left? 5a, which is the remainder in this case. Which is the remainder. Right? A is some constant here. So you don't get the value of a from here. Right? Okay. Question number 3. Check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of polynomial 3x cube plus 7x. We have to check here that 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Right? So what we will check here? One short example I am going to give you here. If you wanted to check that 3 is a factor of 12, so what you are going to check? You have to divide this 12 by 3 and the remainder is 0. Right? So we can say 3 is a factor of 12. In the same way, you have to, this is the polynomial px, and you have to obtain the remainder. And how can we got the remainder here? Okay, let us start. Let 7 plus 3x is equal to 0. So 3x is equal to minus 7. And so x is equal to minus 7 by 3. Now you have to put the value of x is equal to minus 7 by 3 in the given polynomial. If the remainder is 0, then 7 plus 3x is a factor. If remainder is not 0, then 7 plus 3x is not a factor. Right? Okay. Let us start. P of minus 7 by 3, that is equal to 3 into minus 7 by 3 cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. 3 remains as it is. Cube of this minus sign remains as it is due to the odd power. Cube of 7, 3 4 3, 7 into 7 into 7. Right? And cube of 3 is 27. This 3 9s are 27, so 9 is left over here. Minus, plus, minus, minus. 7 7s are 49 by 3. That is equal to minus 343 by 9 minus 49 by 3. Now we have to take LCM here. So what is the LCM? Because 9 is divisible by 3, so 9 is considered as a LCM here. This minus 343 remains as it is. Here 3 3s are 9. That is, to make 9 you have to multiply this and this by 3. So what you will get? have now? Multiply this one, 147, and due to both are negative signs, you have to add them, and you will got minus 490 upon 9, which is not equal to 0, right? So you can say 7 plus 3x is not a factor of px, right? So to check any factor that given polynomial is a factor of the other polynomial, so what you have to check when we are dividing that, so we will have, yes, remainder is 0. Okay. Now the next topic, which is factor theorem. We have learned the remainder theorem and its applications. Now you have to see the factor theorem also. First we will see the statement of that. If px is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and a is any real number, then case number 1, x minus a is a factor of px if p of a is equal to 0. Now what do you mean by this p of a is equal to 0? That is, when we are putting a in the given polynomial, then the remainder, this pa shows you the remainder. So remainder is 0. And second, if the remainder is 0, then x minus a is a factor of px. Again repeating the same. If px is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and a is any real number, then first, x minus a is a factor of px if pa is equal to 0. Mind well, pa is a remainder here. In the last question, what we have seen, in that also you have same thing we have proved, right now? We have checked there 7 plus 3x is a factor of the given polynomial. So what we have showed there, the remainder is not 0 in that case particular example. So that is 7 plus 3x is not a factor, right? Second, pa is equal to 0 if x minus 1 is a factor of px. So this is the factor theorem. Now how can we apply this, or how can we check this theorem? So one example is taken here. Examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of this polynomial and of this polynomial. That is, two polynomials are given and you have to check for both that x plus 2 is a factor of the given polynomials. Let px is this polynomial and qx is this polynomial. We have to check for both the polynomials here. Now we have to check that x plus 2 is a factor of px and qx or not the factor. So take x plus 2 is equal to 0 and find the value of x is equal to minus 2 from here. So what we will have, put this x is equal to minus 2 in px first. So p minus 2 is equal to minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. That is minus 8 plus 4. 4 3s are 12 minus 10 plus 6. Minus 8 and minus 10 becomes minus 18. Plus 12 and plus 6 becomes plus 18. That is, it is equal to 0 because both the terms are cancelled here. Similarly, q in polynomial qx also we have to put x is equal to minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 plus 4, which is minus 4 plus 4, that is also 0. Means in both the cases we have seen that the remainder is 0. Right? So we can say x plus 2 is a factor of both the polynomials px as well as qx. So this is the application of factor theorem. Right? Okay. Example number 12. Find k if x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. Now it is given to us that x minus 1 is a factor. First we will give the name of this polynomial, which is px, that is 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. Now x minus 1 is a factor of px. So we use when we are putting 1 in place of x, so the remainder is 0. So p1 is what? That is the remainder. Remainder is equal to 0. How can we obtain this remainder? by putting 1 in this polynomial in place of x. So 4 into 1 cube, 3 into 1 square, minus 4 into 1 plus k is equal to 0. Now simplify this one. This is 1. 4 ones are 4 plus 3 minus 4 plus k. Right? Okay. 4 plus 3 minus 4 plus k is equal to 0. Now we can check. 4 and 4 will be cancelled out. 3 plus k is equal to 0. We have to find out the value of k here. So send this 3 on right hand side. So it will become negative. So k is equal to minus 3. Right? Okay. Now the new topic. Factorization by middle term splitting method. You have also seen this method in standard 8. Right? The same method is repeating over here. So let us take some example to understand this. Example 13. The question is 6x square plus 17x plus 5. Right? You have what you have to do? You have to factorize it by middle term splitting. So the first step of this method. First you will multiply first term and last term. First term and last term. So what you will have here? 6 5s are 30 x square. This term is here. Now check the middle term here, which is 17x. You have to make two parts of 17x in such a way that the multiplication of both the parts is 30x square. Got it? Again, now we have to see the middle part. We have to break this part in two terms and multiply of both of them is 30. Right? 30x square. So see, you can check 17 is splitted here, 15x and 2x. 15 plus 2, 17. So these are two parts. Middle term splitting and multiplication of 15 and 2, that is 30x square. Right? So 15x plus 2x. These two terms remains as it is here. Now make parts two terms. Now we have to take two terms here, first two and second last two. Take common from here. So first we will see these numbers 6 and 5, and we know that 6 and 15. We know that 6 and 15 both are divisible by 3. So 3 is taken common and 1x is taken common here. So 3x is common at all. So what is left? 3 2s are and 1x plus 3 5s are. This x is taken out here, right? Plus from here nothing is common, and if nothing is common then 1 is taken as a common, because 2 and 5 we know that 1 is the common factor of 2 and 5. So 1 is taken common, and this sign you have to put here. That is, you can say plus 1 is a common. So what is left? 1 2s are, that is 2x, plus 1 5s are, that is this term remains as it is. You must note one thing here. These both brackets must be same with sign. These both brackets must be same with sign. Right? Now take common these two terms. Means you have to write this bracket once and the remaining terms, that is 3x plus 1, that you have to write in second bracket. So we have obtained two factors here. First is 2x plus 5 and second is 3x plus 1. You can also write 3x plus 1 first and then 2x plus 5. That is also okay. Both the answers are same. Right? Okay. Example number 14. Y square minus 5y plus 6. Same, we have to factorize by middle term splitting. So first step, you have to multiply both these terms, first and last here. 6y square. Right? Okay. That is equal to, now you have to split this 5y, that is minus 5y, in such a way that the product of both these terms must be 6y square. You can say that is minus 3 minus 2. So minus 3 and minus 2 is minus 5, and the product of both of them is minus minus plus, 3 2s are 6y square, right? Okay, now make the pairs. These two pairs you will have now. From the first pair, take y common. So what is left? Y minus 3. From the second pair, take minus 2 common. Remember that this minus sign is here, so you must take this minus here. And whatever common term is that, you have to put here, right? So minus 2 is common, so the sign which is inside, that becomes change. So y minus 3. And you can check here also, both the brackets are same. Y minus 3, y minus 3. So y minus 3 is taken out, that is, it is written once, and whatever is left, that is written in the second bracket, that is y minus 2. So this is your middle term splitting method, right? I hope you will understand this. Okay, so we will stop it. Thank you.